وكشكاها تكرن مع الماعد عذابي عموديتن كرين بروتين اقتصاد كشتن ليدان وصفة طياري أنواع العذاب يدنا ما كمان هذه غازل بدري ما تني ما ناجيات نرتني ديتياتش إنما ناجيات دسي داعش مقاديتيا.
Women, girls and boys were sold in the slave market. I have seen different types of torture, including buying and selling of women, girls and boys, raping and killing. It's not only me who have seen this horrific situation. All the ISIS survivors have seen this.
إنه ترين دست داعش ده مفقود هفتي بين شخص شقار بين مجي ونأو تني هزاران إزدياد ما دست داعش ده ما ينهج مفقود.
I am now here among you, but I still have 9 members of my family in hands of ISIS, in addition to 75 relatives, as well as thousands of other Yazidis.
التسالن ويهم خلاص نبوينا هناك جماعة تسالة تنيد استداعش دمان ما أبعن واحد عذابي هموديتن المكان بنبن وبفكرن كأويد كمعين يجب عن عذاب همقادينا ما يزياد بي أويد استداعش هم خلاص ببن وكانوا قابلين ما يجماعي همقابكن هالجماعي المريبن ومرتاحي بأنك وهالجي اكيد قرتيجي بن أم بفكرن إنه روجك خلاص ببن.
We are commemorating this 10th anniversary, and still there are members of my community that are in captivity. Some have been in captivity for 2 years and have seen different types of torture. I cannot sleep well as I was traumatized. What we Yazidi want is to liberate those in captivity, exhumate the remaining mass graves so that the families are able to identify the dead ones and those who are in captivity to find a way to rescue them.
أنا من الإسرائيليين برجع رشد مرة الحاضرين دعميماتكن بدرين حياتك عامدة باسبكن ولا خزا مع أوا ودعميما بكن جنسايتا يجي قبول ببيت دا حقوق مع مقابل نما أو داعش مش عقابة خببن وأبد استداعش خلاص ببن مقابل ما بين بكرين وقلب ممنونيت وين إلو مرة موجودين دعميماتكن قلب ممنون.
We're grateful to the Australian for being with us to commemorate this day and appreciate the support provided to us here to find a safe life. We ask the Australian government to support us in recognizing the Yazidi genocide so that we have access to our rights, rescue those in captivity, and thank you so much for being with us here.
This year marks the 10th anniversary of the Yazidi genocide. At the time when ISIS murdered over 5,000 Yazidis, enslaved more than 6,000 women and children, subjecting them to unspeakable sexual violence, and displaced more than 400,000, with thousands still missing. Good morning. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Zine. A decade has passed, and yet half our community are still living in overcrowded tent camps. A decade has passed, and our women, children, and men haven't been rescued from ISIS. A decade has passed, and yet no ISIS member has been held accountable for their crimes. I've always found it hard to understand why life can be so unfair. As a daughter, I saw the struggles my mother faced. She is a woman with remarkable abilities, a strong work ethic, and lots of love for her family. Yet, despite all this, she found herself and her children sitting in a refugee camp for years, where she had no voice. It hurt me to see her worry about what her children would eat and how to keep them safe. And on top of all that, she carries the burden of losing my dad, who is not only her partner, but also our pillar of strength. accept that this is her reality and many more Yazidi mothers out there. To my father, I'd like to say, Dad, you mean more than just memories. You're part of who I am, and I aim to make you proud with every step I take. As I get closer to finishing school, the thought of my father not being here to see me graduate is like an arrow of him, right through my heart, making it more difficult to speak without tears falling. As a young girl, it was my dream for my father to see me in my graduation gown and to make him proud, while having him to encourage me throughout the difficult times of life. But this dream is now my nightmare. I find comfort in having his picture frame, praying for strength to overcome every obstacle and to keep going. Until the day comes when I can proudly tell him, Dad, I did it. Until then, I will endlessly strive to make him proud with every step I take. Every Yazidi family has a similar story, one more horrible than the other, all because of genocide. Every Yazidi family counts members that are separated from each other, whether it's moms, dads, siblings, or grandparents. Though unseen, their presence is felt, and their voices are heard in our hearts. They remain near, forever loved, and deeply missed. The cultural unity of peaceful religion is forever torn apart. To all those who lost their lives, I hope you are resting in peace. To the ones who are still lost to their families, who so desperately wait for news, stay strong, we are fighting to find you. Today, I send prayers to all the Yazidi families, and I hope that God brings comfort into our their homes as we pass these heavy days. Thank you.
Can I please welcome Councillor Trevor Mentefil? I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong.
Good morning. Thank you to Azia and Zena for sharing your family story.
صباح الخير بجلس ممنونة آسيا وزينة ما كانوا قصة قشش مرة.
As witnessed, today is a very difficult and painful day for our Yazidi community.
وكون همود بينن يرو رجع قالك زحمة شمرجي وش مجتمع يزيدي رجي.
Even a simple understanding of the events of August 3rd, 2014 stirs the rawest emotions and quite simply defies belief.
وكون قلوا بري خب نجي أفحت تجيبون السي هي بعش 2014 لكن بري خش بيننا قالك زحمة كون تصوري وكان.
Despite the unmentionable horror of the coordinated attacks on the Yazidi homeland of Zinjar, northern Iraq, in August 2014 by Islamic State forces, it is an event that must not be lost to history.
أو تشتري هاتية كرمش رفلي داعش بالسي هاش 2014 از إيرم تشتكي قالك مزنا سر إزجاد هاتية كرم وأفتشتجي as being in التاريخ إذا بدلنا تشبير كرم شجارة.
Genocide is a simple word to describe the acts of violence that were committed on that day.
Genocide أنكو إبادة جماعية كلمة كجلك ياكو أم تعريف بكن شوان أحداث هاتنا كرم السرملة كذا.
The events are abhorrent to any right-thinking or caring person.
أفأحداث طبعا قالك خراب مشرخة كذا كوكا هركسك ببيني فان أحداثها.
We, the people of توومبا and region, can only imagine the grief, terror and suffering that was inflicted on your families.
أم خلقت توومبا خلقت أصلي جي الاستراليا أم يعني وتصورات كنجي وديار باما ديارك ونوقف نخوشي بزحمة يا سريوة.
Understandably, many of those emotions will have stayed with you and will be stirred again today.
أسفهمتكم وقفنا خوشي الوديدين أزعنا بورا بينجي ونهجي بورا موجودين.
Humane societies rightly grieve and respect the memories of the victims of such violence. We also seek justice.
أف مجتمعات أبدنا إحياء إنساني تفكيركن أم دينكو فيدن أم احترامه وان مشاعر بكن أو مشاعر مديدي أو مشاعر خلقي أهالي الضحايا جديدي إجبارهم لأم لا خوازي عدالة بكن.
We, the Toomba people and region, also care for you and support you, the survivors.
وكخلقي تومبا مجلس تومبا شي احترام ودكن وياخذنا اهتمام جدا هروسا ناجياتج.
Today, we pause to honour your loved ones who were killed or maimed or whose lives were changed forever.
أميرو وقف شرف يول بدري سكينة ك بيش وقف سكينة احترامه ونسبة كمشاعر مجديان أو خلقة وش دستين أو بروفيت ودستين.
We cast our arms around you, the wider Yazidi community, to help you heal the wounds and ease the pain.
ملت خوا يهين الملوا بورينك وقف تشتري مجتمع إزديها تكرن دا نخش الباوة هاتنا دياكرن أنكو هل جرحك ولدي جرح جيشا.
Please know that your new home here in Toomba is a safe and accepting society.
بلا ديرا وبت مالا وانهم مالت وينتي تومبا حسابكم مالا ويا وجاكي آمنا وينتي.
Unfortunately, we cannot banish the events of the past, but we can offer new hope for a secure and peaceful future.
خمغاريفا نكارن كاو تشتهاتي سريوا بيجلش بير بكن بل كارن جاكي آمنش ورا بيدا بكن الفيديو.
The Toomba community extends its deepest sympathies to you.
مجتمع تومبا جي هروسا تضامن بخلقي والفيديو.
I know we have caring people who will continue to heal your physical and mental wounds and restore a more normal life to you all.
أزامنكو خلقي مجي وهي الفيديو اهتمامه وبياخد دواء أو كسن تعديا جسدي ويا نفسي جلها تكرن ودا جارك دي جيانا خانكو حياته خو جارك دي بغير وكبري.
This is your right and our wish for you and your families.
أفا حقي ويا في حقيجي بيجيكو أف حقي وو عائلتي وياجي.
I acknowledge all today's supporters and the roles played by everyone involved with our compassionate community agencies, Multicultural Australia, Queensland Program of Assistance to Survivors of Torture and Trauma, Catholic Care, and the hard-working Toomba Refugee and Migrant Services, Mercy, Humeridge, and many other assistance services. We are here to stand with you all.
أسأتراف بيتكم كو هرك داعمك وي موجود بالإيرو الفيدري وكا Multicultural Australia, Queensland Program of Assistance, QPAS, Catholic Care, تومبا Refugee and Migrant Services خدمات تومبا ويتهجري ميرسي هيومريج وهركسة جديدة عادي موجود بالفيدري از بجمعكو هم بورينا.
Toomba Regional Council is proud of its role in establishing and maintaining our region as a refugee welcome zone and supporting Australia's largest Yazidi community. Today, we remember you.
وكمجلس تومبا بفخر بيرو بورينا كونه في باجاري بشكل آمن خير هاتنا بنابرا خير هاتنا لا جواب كن الفي منطقة دعم مجتمع يزدي بشكل عام ركن إيرو جارك ديس بجموا والتكريم. قالك ممنون.
Thank you, Trevor. Can I please invite Maxine Lister to come up? Maxine was the former principal at Harleston State School, and I saw a lot of you young children come and greet Maxine today with great enthusiasm. Thank you.
قالك ممنون. أم داخل زمان سكين كأوجي بشون أشخاص الأمة كداعم يتمنيو في ذكر بيش جمرة.
Good morning. Welcome to everyone here today. I share your sorrow and have grieved with you for all of your losses over the last years that I've been associated with your community.
سويدا باش أزيرو بوريما از كل خدمكو نخوشا سري ولا هاتي كريم جارك دي از بيتشتي ذكرينكو فعلا نكون نخوشي سري ودهاتي.
It is a hard grief you have to bear for the last 10 years.
تشتري قالك إن خوشك إنه أبده صالة أفهات يسري وجارك ديان بيرا وبينو.
I've continued to be amazed at your resilience and your ability to build a new life for yourselves here in Australia, remembering your families that you have lost.
أزيرو بوري معك وأزبينم وأزبيلك كيفوش نكون وين وقابلية وطاقتها يكا وتحمل أفده صلاة أفنا خوشي حزن سري ودهاتي عمل فيديو الاستراليا ديس أزبينم أجي بوري معك وين قالك يتفاوين يدو.
Your strong family values and the vibrant community that you have built for yourselves here in توومبا are a tribute to you and all of your community members.
أفقيمين مجتمعيكو كمجتمع يزديد والتوومبا دانين أسجلك دبينم ويفخر بمكن هو وين هيش متمسك نظام قيمته الاجتماعي التوومبا.
The kindness you show to everyone in your community, plus those outside of your community, are a shining example of how you can move forward with your lives while still remembering your heritage and your history.
أسبينكم مجتمع يزديكو قبل توومبا دا جالك يوكبتي لمعيني هندي بيشكتنا مع مرور الوقت مدينة كنورة تقريبا 10 سنة تشتسري ودهاتي هل يعني هيش من الوسانة وين البيشكة بنو الباشتر.
I'm now retired now. I'm not in schools every day, so I don't see you as much as I would like. But remember, I still remember you, and please, when you see me in the street, please say hello, and I will do the same with you.
إنها أزم متقاعدم أسناش مدرسة وأسجلك شو جنابينم هكذا جالك شو شارع جديدم ورنا بامن وبيشنا من هاي داس سلاحك كم جوا بكمسة.
I encourage you to continue asking for results for what has happened, and we hope that you will see your relatives again.
أستشجع عواتكم كونوا هاروين وصل قريبا وأستخاصكم كونوا هر كسك يلاقي كتير جارة كتير من يوان كساد سبينا.
Remember, I am sorrowing with you today as well, and thank you.
بزعلهم كونوا لسه أزبورين وقالك ممنون.
Thank you, Maxine. Can I please invite Rami to come up on the stage? Rami is a solicitor in Sydney who has been assisting the Yazidi community with visas and other matters.
بجدك أستخاص رامي بكم رامي شوان محامية قبل سيدني قالك مساعدة يزديك يكونوا visit one of the scholar بينن هكا كلمة كشمرة بيشي.
Good afternoon.
Nambash.
I'm standing before you today in solidarity with my Ayezidi brothers and sisters.
أزيرو ساكني مع بيشوفا تضامنا قلتي إزديارة خوشكو براي خوي إزديرة.
Now I feel really moved by the speeches. I'm just trying to contain myself not to cry.
أفريد هاتينا قلتين إيش مرة قالك زحمة تقول أز محاولتكم كوس وبقر مسنا قريم.
I'm standing before you not in my capacity as a solicitor, but as a witness to the resilience of the human spirit exemplified by the Yazidi people of Iraq.
أزيرو ساكني من الفيدري وكا نوكا محاملة كهجرة ونما وكا إيكي اشتغلني خلقي يزديكو أحداث الدين تحصل على تستدعى جديد من أخوشي الدين.
Today we remember the genocide. 10 years ago, the world stood still for the Yazidi as they suffered a brutal genocide that sought to erase their existence, their history, and their future.
بريدة صلايا عالم عمل بإزدياب سكيني أو إزديين نخوشي تين البند استداعش ده إبادة جماعية بعد سريوان هاتيكرن أو إبادة وصالك دي كانوا مستقبل وثقافة وتاريخ واندا بمسيحية.
The genocide was marked by severe atrocities such as mass executions, forced conversions, and the enslavement of women and children.
أفضل جماعية قد يكرم كأنه هذا ميزان محاولة كأنه تعذيب جنسي وعادة قصيرة ذكر مش قبل زيارة هذا صار استعبادا يا جنو وزاروا عجيبية كرم.
As a humble migration lawyer, I have had the solemn privilege of working closely with the survivors.
باعتبار بجد أسكى محاميكم من خديت كانوا أسجلك نزكي وانا جيات أبوم أو تستدعى أشتكتهم.
Throughout the past years, it wasn't just about filing applications and following certain legal procedures or writing submissions to the Department of Home Affairs.
وكان بيني كونه من خديت بالك أسجل كيف أنا جيات أمنا كأنه مسألة بس ملفات إزدياد داخلكم وملفات وانا جيرة تقديمكم مش قبل الدائرة أي حجرها.
It was more about restoring hope and restoring faith to the survivors.
أشبره دياركم هو بتر من محاولة كرأس أملك يجفي خل كارم وقف قبل كتينا دست داعش دا أزويد تجارة كديلية بقرين نا أس بتر تركيز ملفات توامبا.
The road to justice and healing is long, as we know that there are thousands of people who remain inside refugee camps living in horrific conditions.
وكاز أجي زانم كونو هزارة كساعين هش المخيمات اللاجئين عندنا الديدة عايشين ريت عدالتي يعني هم كونو بيشكل ريت عدالتي باش.
But unfortunately, their future remain uncertain.
ليبورين فأزبينكم مستقبل دوان مستقبل إيوانا بالداخلي كامبادا اللي محددانكو اللي ديارا.
Today we remember those thousands of men, women, and children who lost their lives.
إيرو أم ذكر جارك اللي يجي كونه هزارين كسا أبد جنوزامو وزاروا جيان خوش دستان.
Those who are still missing.
أو كسين هتانو هالدستداش لأن قلت هنداوي.
And those whose lives have been shattered.
وأو كسين أو إن جيانا وان هاتجي بالأفكارين.
But I also would like to say that this day is an occasion to salute the courage and resilience.
بس هناك جرى هناك حالات هنا كونه بالفعل أم استيقاظ إجوان كسارة بلينك وقت تحية إجرا برين أريد هش يعني سلم يدخل سكين مقاومة كبيرة.
For those who have faced such atrocities with bravery.
أو كسين قالك نخوشي ديتي بس بشكل وقبوتي شجاعات كريم قوما فانشتابك.
Their courage and sacrifice must be honored throughout the history.
تضحية وشجاعتهم بيتها وسب بيت ديار كرد التاريخ ده.
Thank you.
قالك ممنون.
Thank you, Remy. Thank you for all that you've been doing for the community.
قالك ممنون كرامي مامي Elisa.
Elisa has written a poem and will read it for us today.
Elisa شاركنا بيسيو وش مرة بيشارك بشيء.
Today marks the 10th anniversary of a black day that etched into the history of our community. A day where the world stood silent as our women were forced into sex slavery, forced into nightmares where innocents lay. Men, our protectors, were ruthlessly murdered, and their echo of courage now whispers in pain. Children, our future, were taken too soon under a sky that showed no mercy. The 3rd of August was not only a day of tragedy, it was the beginning of a silent genocide, that the world stood silent. A genocide that the world has yet to speak about. A genocide that made us wonder, do our lives even matter like the rest of the world? As we remember this day, words fail to capture the depth of our sorrows. As for every aspect of this chapter, having each other around was the one thing that we wished and prayed for to last. Everywhere we looked, there were footprints of those we loved. Imprints of the presence that filled our hearts with comfort. But now,
Now that warmth has been replaced by a cold, haunting emptiness. The places once filled with love and laughter are now a silent destruction, adorned with memories. And those memories are packed in an old suitcase in a country where my words are a foreign whisper because the land I called home gave me up. And left me to wander through the remnant of life that once was a life where our greatest treasures are now ghosts in the shadows of what they used to be. And all we have left are photos and frames that filled every corner of our homes. The 3rd of August took everything from us, our families, our homes, and our friends. The 3rd of August was the only day that accepted the rape of 10-year-old girls, that all they wished for was a new doll. Now that 10-year-old is turning 20 while still questioning her identity and losing hope in finding a sense of family around. She is looking for an escape, for some light to shine through a window, for a rescue. But all she can see is a monster that willingly rapes her every night. And it just feels like that the whole world is against her. Whilst hundreds of girls like her are yet to be rescued and are held captive, and hundreds of young boys are being raised with violence in the ISIS training camps, their mothers will forever keep an eye on the road, hoping that one day they'll reunite. But time goes by, and that mother is slowly braiding grey hairs while showing more wrinkles. And they say that nothing kills past but time. But for that mother, time is what kills her even more, because every day that passes is another day that she doesn't see the faces of those she loved. As mothers wait to see their kids and siblings wait to reunite, there are elder daughters that are waiting in silent hope for the return of their dads, who have left their homes cold and unsafe. I remember 10 years ago when I said my last goodbye to my dad. He looked me in the eye and said, "I'll be taking care of our home until you guys come back." Not knowing that he was my home and that leaving me was going to destroy me and make me completely lost in this world. He said I'll be seeing you soon, while holding the world's sadness in his eyes, not knowing that soon could mean 10 years, a lifetime, or a see you in heaven, my little girl.
وباكر الساعة 5 الفجر راح ناخذ الأولاد للجامعة نعلم دروس.
لا عليك بنتي عمرها 10 سنوات 11 سنة شوف أولاد صغار الله عليك
صار ويا الدولة
لا عليك لا تعصب لا عليك لا تعصب شيرين شو بناتك؟ شيرين يا ساقي رابع حازم شيرين روعة كلها كجام وداونا بس متجي حاسب بريمي رامز
thank you so much. As you have seen, this was me as an actor, and it was directed by me. So this short film introduces what happened to the Yazidi community, and as a culture, as a community here in Australia, we're trying to show it to the Australian community as well, that what happened to us with this short film. In the future, we are trying our best to have more and more to show the other communities of what actually happened to us. Thank you so much.